Hey, Church of the Holy Spirit. My name is Mandy Burbank, and I work with AMITA Health as a therapist, and I have been a friend of the parish for more than 5 years now. And they asked me to make a little video to talk about how we can manage anxiety and change during this super weird time that we're in. And because I'm talking to a parish, I want to actually pull from something Paul wrote to the church at Philippi when he said, "Do not be anxious about anything," which seems like a really tall order in today's age. And what's really interesting to me is that the Greek word that Paul used to describe anxious is the word metanoia, which literally means divided mind. We are at our most anxious and our worst selves when we are divided from what is happening in this present moment. Because honestly, even before all of this change happened, all we have is this present moment. And when things settle back into a normal routine, we will still only have this moment. One of the best ways we can handle what's happening right now really successfully is to stay in the moment. And one of the best tools to stay in the moment is actually to pay attention to our breathing. So I want to teach you how to breathe diaphragmatically. Your diaphragm is in your belly, like near your belly button. And what a lot of us do is we breathe shallowly. We breathe up high into our chest instead of deeply down into our belly. So the best way to breathe diaphragmatically is to, we call this a vacation pose around the office. So sit in a chair, stretch your legs out in front of you, so keep your feet on the floor, and take your hands and put them behind your head and lean back and stretch your feet out like you're laying on a lounge chair on vacation. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out of your mouth, and continue to take slow, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and allow yourself to breathe until you start to feel yourself coming into now. Eventually, after practicing in vacation pose, you will feel what it feels like to breathe deeply, and you'll be able to do that at any moment in any place in your life. When we breathe deeply and we tune into what's happening now, it gives us an opportunity to decide what it is that we most need in this moment. When we pay attention to what we're thinking, what we're feeling both emotionally and physically, as well as what we're doing, we now have the opportunity to handle what we're feeling and then in deciding, do I want to continue with this experience? Do I want to continue with this thought pattern? Is it helping me? Am I eating right now because I'm hungry or because I'm bored and there just happens to be a kitchen with food in it? Pay attention to what it is that we need. And while you're paying attention, I want to encourage you to be honest with yourself, because a lot of us have experienced a lot of loss. I know there are tons of people who were supposed to be on spring break vacations who are at home. There are a lot of us who are being asked to do things that we never wanted to do. I never wanted to be a teacher. I'm terrible at creating structure. And now I'm homeschooling little kids, right? And in the midst of all of this stuff that's different, that we don't like and what we don't want to do, we actually have this really fantastic opportunity to grow. We can leverage what's happening now, the discomfort of this present moment, to use it to grow into a better version of ourselves. And one of the ways that we do that is we look for where the opportunity is, look for where we can be creative, and use this time to form and grow. And just to be honest, growth is usually painful and uncomfortable, because that's what growth is. And so we're in for a lot of discomfort over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to handle it by staying in our breath. Actually, I don't know how long this is going on. I have no secret insight for how long this will be happening. And for however long it happens, whether it's another day or another week, we're going to stay tuned into our breath and in the moment. The other thing that I want to encourage you to do is to be careful that you're using technology for the things that actually helps you feel good. Research says that we feel good when we use technology for meditation, for exercise, for reading, like reading books. And if you have a library card, you can download this app called Overdrive. It's a white square with a blue O in it, and you can get free library books and audiobooks to listen to. So reading, as in like reading books, not reading news or social media, that actually makes you feel worse. And exercising, using the internet to engage in exercise makes you feel better. And hey, the weather's getting better. Take a nice social distance walk around the block. Things that make you feel worse are really social media and the news. In small doses, okay. Large doses, you'll actually start to feel worse about yourself. And speaking of the news, try to stay away from as much of the COVID-19 news as possible. Stick to CDC sites and your government sites for information about what's happening that you need to know. But otherwise, I would encourage you to be really careful about what you read, because the more you read, the more it's going to stress you out. So during this time, take a breath, stay in the moment, check in with yourself and what it is that you need. Use technology for the things that make you feel good and not the things that make you feel lousy, and look for the opportunity. Hang in there. It will not be like this forever. All the best.